What's good, guys? So my homepage has recently been bombarded with people reacting to the whole Sketch situation, and it really just made me curious about the guy because personally, I don't know much about him apart from what's up, brother? So in today's video, I'm gonna dig deep into Sketch's past to try and figure out how he became so successful, and oh boy, is it a crazy story. So how does someone that is legally blind, has one kidney, and speaks in a Morty voice become king of the internet in such a short amount of time? Sketch, whose real name is Kylie Cox, was born in 1998, growing up in Houston, Texas. As a child, he rapidly fell in love with sports, quickly growing a fascination with American football, and eventually playing for his high school team. Sketch actually went to 2 different high schools as a teenager, making it difficult for him to form a group of tight-knit friends, despite him trying his best. Other than that, he had a relatively typical childhood with supportive parents that were pretty well off, giving him the freedom to discover and pursue what he really wanted to do with his life. After graduating high school, Sketch determined that going to college would be the best choice he can make, getting accepted and attending Texas State University. However, it turned out that it wasn't the right fit for him, and he ended up transferring to Oklahoma University, then Mississippi State, and eventually finished off his college years at Lone Star College. However, he didn't even end up finishing his last year because he realized that going to college really wasn't the best choice for him. I mean, kind of unfortunate that he had to figure that out just a couple of months before he graduated, but at least he realized eventually. So after dropping out, Sketch would be forced to make ends meet and ended up having a roommate that gave him a compliment that would change his life forever.
He told me I was funny, told me I should do stand-up type, and it's like those small compliments that you don't realize later is kind of get I don't know, because you can either listen to the one hate comment or the one love comment, and it's your reality is what you kind of chew on.
100%.
In August of 2023, Sketch would begin making content on TikTok, mainly just clipping other content creators or bootlegging streams in order to reach the 1,000 follower threshold that TikTok sets for streaming on the platform. Once he reached that goal, however, Sketch began streaming Madden, kindling the fire that would eventually turn into the endless blaze of his career.
You laid some serious pipes.
Susan! Oh my! Look at me! Was that you talking all that shit? No fly zone! Way to go!
Yes! Yes! Tyreek! You finally did something of self!
Tyreek!
Yes!
Sketch began rapidly growing on TikTok due to his unique style of humor and the emerging concept of clipping, where clips of various streamers would blow up on short-form content websites, exposing them to larger audiences and boosting their numbers. TikTok's algorithm quickly placed Sketch's content in the field of Aiden Ross, Speed, and Kai Cenat, promoting its clips to those kind of demographics. Eventually, thousands of people would be tuning into Sketch's streams on TikTok simply due to his clips going viral. This is where another streamer by the name of Jynxzi joined the fray. Jynxzi was, and still is, one of the largest streamers on Twitch. He decided to collaborate with Sketch because he liked his energy, and the both of them began streaming together. This introduced Sketch to Jynxzi's massive following, again boosting his numbers and solidifying his presence on social media. After collaborating with Jynxzi, Sketch would go on to create a YouTube and Twitch channel of his own, starting to somewhat stray away from his streams on TikTok in order to build his own sustainable audience on other, more well-respected platforms such as YouTube. He would go on to collaborate with more and more massive creators, plastering his face all across the internet. His introduction of the phrase "What's up, brother?" took the world by storm, with famous athletes coining it to celebrate their wins, furthering his influence on both the internet and the real world. It's honestly crazy to see how one person can have such a massive impact on the world in such a short time. Athletes from all across the board were using Sketch's catchphrases, even a couple news reporters as well. But this was just the beginning for Sketch's success. Sketch would go on to announce the Houston Texans' 4th-round pick at the NFL draft, and even managed to get his favorite artist onto the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop charts. In case you didn't know, Sketch is a massive fan of King Hendrix, an up-and-coming artist from Louisiana. A clip of Sketch singing his song "Leaving the Lot" would go viral, propelling King Hendrix's career to heights he had never seen before.
I'm not tricking on hoes, I'm just tipping my driver. Found me a plug out of town with the gas, I'ma cop me a vest at the city on fire.
After playing the song on stream, it would go on to garner over 500,000 plays in the coming week, and it currently sits at 24 million streams on Spotify alone. Insane how just a single content creator can make artists' careers these days. Anyway, Sketch had proven to the world that he was worthy of attention, influencing the world of sports, entertainment, and music in just 2 months. This led to a lot of questions about his past. Who was this kid? Sketch began appearing on tons of podcasts with people speculating that the whole thing was a character or that Sketch was hiding something, which now I guess we know that he was, but we didn't know that at the time. So Sketch began hanging out with and appearing online with people such as Bradley Martin, Steve Will Do It, and IShowSpeed, and this is where people learned about his story. After accidentally revealing his real name, Kylie Cox, he ended up revealing a lot more information about his past. He mentioned that he grew up playing lots of different sports and even played for his varsity team. Despite his small frame for a football player, Sketch was a physical player, making big plays and tackles. He also revealed that he had attended 4 colleges in 4 years, leading to questions of why. And you know, Sketch never got his degree, but as you can tell, that didn't really matter considering the army of fans he has today. However, when people amass these huge followings, people typically begin digging up things that should probably stay in the past. I'm sure you have at least heard about what has happened with Sketch the past couple weeks, but in case you missed it, I want to give you guys a full rundown. So basically there's this channel called Pocketbook that posted a video titled The Real Sketch, The Untold Story of Jamie Marr on July 7th, 2024. In it, the guy basically explains that Sketch had an alter ego under the name of Jamie Marr, in which he would create adult content with other men, and he would post this content on both OnlyFans and Twitter in order to make some money. The video naturally began blowing up, however, it wasn't the first piece of evidence that alluded to Sketch's sketchy past. There was actually an Instagram comment exposing Sketch first, which is what the video was based on. The comment read, Google @JamieMarrHTXXX and @JamieMarrNSFW to see Sketch in his true form. Just a warning, it's graphic. He loves taking BBC. Now, obviously, this shit blew the fuck up. People began posting videos, tweeting, and leaving comments on Sketch's pages. And obviously, Sketch eventually found out that people knew his secret. Apparently, he was at the FaZe house when all of this went down, and he left in a hurry, leaving behind some of his belongings such as his shoes and glasses. We know this thanks to a tweet from FaZe Banks exposing some of the messages and photos between the two. But him leaving his stuff behind is extremely worrying because it is textbook behavior from people who are thinking of committing shoes inside, if you know what I mean. And this was later confirmed in a post from Sketch, explaining his side of the story.
Elephant in the room, I got a haircut. Wasn't planning on doing this today, but I guess so. Okay, I'll start from the top. Look at this, open and honest. That was me. 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff. So 2 years ago, I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly. Cat's out of the bag. I don't know. Thank you to all my people that have been sticking up for me. I understand if you're mad. Shit hit the fan. I don't go on Twitter. I deleted. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't delete Twitter. I have been cautiously avoiding it. It's like fucking landmines everywhere I go. Okay, I was dealing with some addiction problems. No excuse there. What? I guess. Just trying to give you some background here. Yeah, that was me. I fucked up. I won't do it again. I'm just kidding. Well, I am dead serious about not doing it again. That was a dark time. Rough time. My original plan was, there's 2 things. 1, either be delusional and think it's never gonna come out, or 2, what's the plan after? The plan after was not very good. If I was alone and I was at my house, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. But the people at FaZe, Banks especially, and my friends that I've made over the past couple years came in and they saved me. I don't know what I was gonna do, but I don't know. Fuck it, we start streaming more often. I'm probably, or quit. I don't know. One of the two. I don't know what Kim Kardashian do. Well, I'll be back, just not an immediate, like tomorrow. Probably like the day after or something. I'd rather you know my flaws though, so it makes it easier. I don't want to be the poster boy.
I love how Sketch still has the courage to crack jokes and make fun of the whole situation. I mean, it's crazy to think that if Banks hadn't messaged Sketch and let him know that all his friends were there for him, we may not have had Sketch today. The internet is a fucked up place, and personally, I think the people hating on him are so far out of line. I mean, you can even tell in his quote-unquote apology video that he doesn't really know what he's apologizing for, because I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, and anyone who thinks that is pretty much just being homophobic in my opinion. So what if Sketch likes getting stretched out? It's not our problem. So what if he's a little fruity? Again, no one should be giving a fuck. And it's so sad that Sketch almost killed himself over this. Like, I can't imagine the weight off his chest this must be. Imagine having this in your background and being the most relevant content creator of the modern era. He must have been so worried and anxious all the time. And it's fucked because a couple people are still making fun of the situation. For example, BruceDropEmOff tweeted, "Okay, I give up," with a photo of his shoes and sunglasses, essentially making fun of the position Sketch was in. And people responded pretty negatively to this, essentially defending Sketch, with Moves tweeting, "Making fun of Sketch planning to attempt suicide has to be the biggest loser shit I've ever seen." And yeah, I agree, it's some loser shit. But he didn't stop there. There's also a clip of him on stream basically acting out what Sketch's apology video might look like, and it's just sad.
It's in my ass, brother. Slide it in. Take it out. Pineapples.
It's no wonder this guy isn't really friends with any big streamers anymore. He's just washed and honestly isn't funny in the slightest. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, suicide is no joke. Check up on your friends, and if you're the one having these negative thoughts or whatever, tell someone. Fuck, I mean, you could even tell me if you want. I mean, I'm not some licensed therapist or anything, but I'll listen to your problems and give you the best advice I can. Anyways, final thoughts on the whole Sketch ordeal. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, my main thing is, as long as you aren't harming yourself, others, or the environment, I'm pretty much all for whatever you want to do, you know? But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole situation. Let me know if you agree, disagree, whatever. Anyways, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. It's free and helps me out a lot. As always, it's been me, Cal, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.